Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Men who satisfy women in bed simply win. You know what, I've been hearing a lot of scuttle about guys not feeling the need to satisfy women in a bedroom, and I touched on this last week. To me, that's stupid. And it really is. Guys come up with that, they'll say that, but then here's the funny thing I noticed. You got two general groups of men. Some men who don't feel like they need to satisfy a woman or give her pleasure. They'll just get on top of the woman, do their business and stuff. They usually have trouble with the women, or if they can even get one. A lot of times those same guys, if you like observe them around women, the women ain't showing any love. The women don't want to be around them. And I'm going to get into that why in a second. But let me talk about the other group. Other group of men who have no problems trying to satisfy a woman. They get pleasure out of it. In fact, you get some men, they not satisfied if the woman ain't satisfied. You know, and these are a lot of players. They'll say, hey, she gets hers first. They don't have a problem with it. They want to. Shoot, they get insulted if they don't feel like the woman's been satisfied. But funny thing with them, they tend to have a lot of women who just want to be around them. And indeed, one of the reasons they have a woman around them, because a woman can pick up in a man's behavior towards them how he's going to treat them, how he might be in bed, even before they get in bed with him. I peeped this because when I was younger, heck, more than a few women say I would be great in bed. I ain't have sex with them. You know, a couple of them I ain't even give so much as a hug. But it was the general aura that I gave off. See, when a man don't feel like he wants to satisfy a woman, she can pick up on it because it's going to reflect in his body language. It's going to reflect in his tone of voice towards her. It's going to reflect in how he looks at her. Definitely how he interacts, and it has nothing to do with what he say. He could say, hey, you're a beautiful woman, but it's going to come off as he don't really like women. But see, when you get a man who really likes women and really feel like, hey, I want to bring this woman some pleasure, oh, it's going to come off in how he speaks to her, how he's interacting with her and everything, you know, because it's going to come off. He's going to have a stronger vibe. He's going to engage with her. He's going to look at her a different way. If a man don't have that feeling about a woman, he ain't going to look at her a certain way. He's going to have a certain amount of disdain even in how he looks at her. You know, a woman might call him harsh, because remember something with women. They're reading body language way better than men do. And that's one of the things, you know, that's one of the things. In fact, that can go in my last video. I talked about a simple reason why a beautiful woman will go for an average looking man. He might have just a confident body language. He might just come off as liking her. See, a lot of men don't really like women, want sex with women, you know, and maybe even want to marry them and everything, but really don't like women. Even a lot of guys, well, especially a lot of guys who call themselves nice guys, deep down, they don't really like women. You know, they only want to deal with a woman just out of a necessity, a need. They can't just be around a woman and it's chill. And that's one of the things that comes off in their behavior. And it will come off in the bedroom. A man who don't really like a woman, well, he just going to bone. He might as well be masturbating. He might not even think about the particular woman he's with. Women can pick up on that. Now, when that man really likes that woman, he's cool, you know, he gets something from seeing her pleasure, it's going to reflect on how he even makes love to her. Notice I say, and see, that's a difference. See, a dude don't like a woman is going to fuck her. A man who really likes women is going to at least make love to her. Because I'm going to tell you why. He's getting pleasure out of bringing her pleasure. Shoot, you know, if he's working her breasts, I ain't said that in a long time, or like lightly, like running his hand on her butt and then down her legs and everything, he's getting pleasure out of that. Yeah, she getting some pleasure, but like I said last week when I touched on this, he getting some pleasure. You gonna tell me as a man, you ain't getting pleasure? You sitting there, you working those nice breasts, you know, massaging them, you know, sucking on them and everything. And then, you know, you run your hands down over that snatched waist. Then over that big old booty, you ain't gonna be grabbing that shit. You gonna tell, yeah, she feeling good because of the way you doing, but you gonna tell me you ain't feeling good? She. That's the irony. You ain't totally giving. You getting something out of it too. You got her legs wrapped around your back. Shoot. Why you pleasuring her? Shoot. Why you like going in and out? You feeling good? She put the little clink on. The little clink. Shoot. Because you giving her that pleasure? Oh, shoot. She giving it right back to you right then. But you know what? Some guys who actually get sex, who actually enjoy bringing pleasure to a woman, know that. I don't have to explain that to them. A lot of guys who saying that, they ain't really getting it from a woman. For free anyway. They paying for it. You paying for it. Shoot, you just want to get your money's worth. You just paying the bus. I'm just going to be raw with it. And don't get mad. I'm going to just be raw with it. And check me out myself on time. But you just being raw with it. They simply win. Because see, if a man gives off that vibe, that aura in his behavior, his body language, how he speaks, tone of voice, how he adorns himself, then the woman's going to pick up with it. He's going to win with women. All he has to do is not fuck up. Seriously, the woman's going to be around him. A random woman who he's just cool with might be like, hey, you want to go out? She might even just say, hey, look, I want to get together with you. That's how it works. That's how it works. They simply win. They're not complaining about women. See, that's something else too. Why would a man who's getting sex on a regular or getting attention from women on a regular complain? I want y'all to think about that. What you complaining about? What you have to complain about? Seriously. Because they winning with the women. It's like, okay, if I'm winning with women, they treat me right, plenty of options for sex. What I got to be tripping over. And plus if you like that, they shoot you at least good to get some hugs or something. They simply win. And because they have the attitude of satisfying her in bed. That's what true players, they'll say her first. Her first. And like I said, some guys will say, oh, why should she be very, I say, hold up. Like I said, let me restate what I said earlier. You thinking about having, satisfying her, you satisfying yourself in the process. You touching, you rubbing all over her body lightly, bringing her pleasure. Ain't you getting pleasure from that? Especially if you say, well, I'm going to rub on that big round ass. Take my time and rub on it. Ain't you getting pleasure out of that? So you get some out of it yourself. Hey, like you just giving, you ain't like you ain't getting any pleasure. But like I said, a man who actually gets sex would know that. So, I want y'all to think about that. Think about that, all right? First, and I know some dudes will probably get on, well, I don't be getting any. Well, I got about several thousand videos on here. I got videos on demand, books and everything. I'm telling you how to even get to that point. So I don't want to hear that. It ain't going to happen overnight. I've told y'all that. But anyway, it's just a reality. Men who satisfy women in bed, they just win. All right? It's just that simple. They keep women. Shit. They could be trying to get away from a woman. Shoot, a woman coming for them. So it's just that simple. So anyway, though, that's all I have for now. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.